Thousands march in Boston in dueling protests. 1. The protesters gathered ahead of a scheduled, so-called free speech rally which had ties to last week's white nationalist Virginia rally, that was set to take place on Saturday, the 19th of August, 2017, in downtown Boston, Massachusetts. As the Boston Common began to fill, many were concerned that the protests would turn into riots, but by the time the poorly attended rally began, counter-protests far outnumbered the event. 2. City officials approved permits for the demonstrations with strict conditions, in order to manage the size of the crowd and avoid violence.
3. Police officers check attendees to the demonstrations, as permits for the gatherings were granted with strict conditions including a ban on backpacks, sticks, and other objects that could be used as weapons.
4. Police officers perform security checks of attendees at the entrance of the demonstrations. 5. Members of an activist group called WITCH organize among thousands of protesters in Boston. 6. Demonstrators in Boston Common gather holding signs and chanting "Whose streets? Our streets, and no Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA." 7. Police officers stand guard over the Massachusetts State House. 8. A Trump supporter attends the free speech rally in Boston. 9. Protesters and police scuffle. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh and Commissioner William Evans said that 99.9% of those in attendance were there to fight bigotry and hate with no serious injuries, no significant property damage to the city. Everything, he said, went according to plan.
10. A demonstrator is surrounded by police.
11. Protesters and police clash. 12. Police push back against protesters as the free speech rally attendees are ushered out of the area. 13. A demonstrator is detained. Mayor Walsh said there were only 33 arrests over the course of the day. 14. A free speech rally attendee is ushered through the crowd of protesters by police. 15. Protesters kiss in the Boston Common. 16. A Trump supporter is escorted by Boston police. 17. Protesters gathered in Boston Common. 18. Protesters leave their signs along the gate as the demonstrations come to a close.